Hello and welcome to our news roundup for tonight. First in our news, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received this afternoon Robert Van Abden, who paid him a farewell visit at the end of his mission in Algeria in his capacity as Ambassador of Netherlands. The head of state, Abdelmajid Tebboune, also received the Apostolic Nuncio, Luciano Russo, who paid him a farewell visit at the end of his mission in Algeria in his capacity as Ambassador of the Vatican State. After the audience, Luciano Russo said in a statement to national press that he was very pleased to have encountered the President of the Republic, and he thanked him for the time he gave him as well as the beautiful words he addressed him with. He said that he would like to seize the opportunity on the same occasion to thank all the authorities and the Algerian people for the mission he was on during 4 years. He added that he was sure that the existing good bilateral relations between the two countries will continue, and for this he wished for everyone to resume working on the common greater good of the two countries at the human and social levels, particularly by promoting for peace.
Following the death of Major General Miftah Souab, commander of the 2nd Military Region at the Central Hospital of the Army, Dr. Mohammed Saghir Naqash in Ain Naja, the President of the Republic, Supreme Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense Abdelmajid Tebboune, sent a message of condolences to the family and relatives of the deceased, as well as to the command of the National People's Army, in which he praised the qualities of the late and his career, rich in national contributions to the service of the AMP, praying to God Almighty to surround him with His holy mercy and to lend his family and loved ones patience and comfort.
For his part, Prime Minister Abdelaziz Jarrad extended his condolences to the late Miftah Souab's family, commander of the 2nd Military Region. To this effect, he recalled in a message his good qualities and values, as well as his valuable contribution at the service of the National People's Army.
For his part, the Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, Major General Saeed Shingriha, presented his sincere condolences and expressed his deep compassion to the family of the commander of the 2nd Military Region in Oran, the General Major Miftah Souab, according to a communique released by the Defense Ministry.
In a relaxed and comfortable setting despite the health crisis, Prime Minister Abdelaziz Jarrad kicked off the intermediate certificate examinations from the Al-Fath Center in the province of Blida, and first on the agenda was the Arabic language exam. On this occasion, Abdelaziz Jarrad inquired about the candidates' examination conditions. In a statement to the press, Prime Minister Abdelaziz Jarrad thanked God for the situation's improvement nationwide, observing that even though the province continues to record certain figures, the fact remains that there is a great improvement thanks to the citizens' collective awareness and a strong national solidarity with Blida from the start. And also thanks to the quality work accomplished by the public authorities, which gradually came to master the situation. A mastery which allowed this province to prepare in the best conditions, allowing candidates to go to 60 examination centers to take their exams in good conditions, noting that the intermediate certificate exams, which started on Monday, will end on September 9th, and the results will be announced at the end of the same month.
Still with the Premier's visit to Blida province, where he had a flurry of activities, Prime Minister Abdelaziz Jarrad kicked off 3 digital platforms from Blida as part of the efforts to digitize the national educational sector. This project will allow staff in the sector to share their experiences and their ideas and projects by registering on the electronic platform launched for this purpose. The Prime Minister affirmed that digitization constitutes one of the main axes of the government's program. Proof of this is the existence of the Ministry of Digitization and Statistics, expressing his determination to encourage dematerialization or zero paper for thus accessing the world of knowledge economy. Stressing that development is not only the realization of structures but also the digitization, the use of technology and the valorization of mathematics. After the shortcomings recorded in recent years, Jarrad considered it imperative for our schools to train the generations with up-to-date technology, innovation and creation. Referring to the educational programs, he said that they must be adapted to the present time and to the demands of the hour. The Prime Minister affirmed that the state had ensured all the necessary conditions as well as for the good progress of the test only upon successful completion of the next school and professional year. In a statement broadcast by local radio, Blida Prime Minister Abdulaziz Jarad said that the final date for the start of the school year will be set according to the evolution of the pandemic situation of COVID-19. He stressed that we don't want to put neither the children nor the parents in face of any risks. Jarad hailed the good progress of the BOM examination, declaring, "We observed that all the preventive sanitary measures were respected as well by the pupils as by the supervisors and the personnel, namely the compulsory wearing of a face mask, temperature measurement, social distancing, and the entry and exit plan." He added that the same measures will be taken at all educational institutions from primary school to university, in addition to vocational training centers. The Prime Minister moreover affirmed that the Algerian medical elite demonstrated their patriotism and their competence since the start of the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic in Algeria, while giving a real lesson to those who doubted the country's capacity to manage this kind of crisis. And then finally, on a question concerning the next political exchange, the Prime Minister affirmed that the project of the revision of the Constitution will instill a strong dynamic in our country with a view to the construction of a new Algeria with the involvement of all without distinction or exclusion.
The President of the Constitutional Council, Kamal Fanish, held a meeting via video conference on Monday to discuss all the decisions taken by the state to stem the spread of COVID-19 pandemic, specifying that the preventive measures are meant to preserve the health of citizens. This was done under the theme of restrictions of rights and freedoms in the state of health emergency that was organized by the Turkish Constitutional Court. Kamal Fanish also said that this is a very important subject. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, took all the necessary measures, whether on the regulatory or organizational level. He held several meetings with the Security Council and the Health Ministry, thanking God that all the decisions were taken for the citizens' interest.
289 new confirmed cases of coronavirus were registered in Algeria during the last 24 hours, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 46,653, while 240 people have recovered and left hospitals, bringing the overall number to 32,985. 6 new deaths were also recorded, bringing the number of mortalities to 1,562, according to the spokesman of the National Committee in charge of monitoring the evolution of the coronavirus pandemic, Professor Jamal Forar, in his daily briefing.
The Trade Minister, Kamal Razig, indicated on Monday from Tindouf province that the government has high expectations for the commercial conquest of the African market by using border crossings. Accompanied by the Deputy Minister in charge of Foreign Trade, Issa Bekay, the Trade Minister stated that the opening of the Algerian-Mauritanian land border, Mustafa bin Boulaid, is considered a promising sign for economic operators to export their products to this neighboring country and West Africa.
Tisernest, a traditional women's clothes that tells the story of the Ahagar region in the province of Tamanrasset, southeastern Algeria. This beautiful masterpiece is characterized by its navy blue color that suits the skin tone of the Tuareg women. This piece of fabric cannot be completed without its traditional accessories known as fadda or silver. That was it for our news roundup. Thanks for joining us. Good night.